What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic and more. We back. Shout out to the LDBC, the YTBC. We all working. And I ain't see too many people speak on this real quick. I'm going to link this article in the description. Don't forget, we got the new tech page popping off. Show you how to get rid of cable, at least cut the cost and get rid of Netflix or something better. Those videos are already on the page. But we in the building. You know, the link to the new page, the link to this article, the link to the new Facebook, the Facebook page where it all started at. Go like us, whatever. But Kathy Duva is a slum promoter, man. You know, we hear about, you know, slumlords, you know, landlords. She's a slum promoter, and she's up there with some of the most pettiest and dirtiest promoters up there. And I'm gonna explain this story to you. I don't understand. Let me say this first: why these promoters, you know, treat these Cubans so bad. You know, I don't know why boxing treats Cubans so bad. What is it? Because they're so dominant in the amateurs that they don't want them to flourish as pros and dominate the pros as well? I don't understand it. They're treated like bottom feeders in the professional ranks. You know, shortchanged on promotions, shortchanged in purses. I mean, look how they did Rigondeaux. Look how they did Gamboa. And now what they're doing to Sullivan Barrera. Let me explain. Because a lot of people miss this story. And I don't miss stories of potent shittiness, I must say. Because Kathy Duva, why would you even sign with Kathy Duva? She got Kovalev 2 bottom feeder purses versus Andre Ward. In the second fight, his guarantee was nothing but what, $50K. And the pay-per-view didn't do well, you know. So Andre Ward made 6.5 and then I believe $7 million in the second fight, 6.5 in the first. And her fighter, she didn't even feed him the right way. She didn't even fight for him to get a good contract. And she went to school to be a lawyer and all that stuff, so she knows the ins and outs. And I'm pretty sure she made more money than Kovalev did in those first 2 fights herself for her own pocket, her company. But this is what I'm getting at. Now she's telling everybody that Sullivan Barrera ducked Kovalev again. The first time Sullivan Barrera explained it like this, he said, you know, they offered me the Kovalev fight, but I feel like I paid my dues, and I deserve a title shot. You know, I don't want to go fight Kovalev, and it's not a title on the line. And basically, you know, that's what it was. He wanted the title shot. He was tired of taking a tough fight. He had been taking the tough fights. I mean, Andre Ward, he beat Shavansky. He beat old boy on Latino HBO. I can't remember that guy's name. He beat Joe Smith Jr. He felt like he should be getting a title shot. He said if he would have known that that they would have got sanctioned for a WBO title for Kovalev, he would have took the fight. But then again, what credit would he got to be? What he would have really got would be in the Kovalev coming off 2 losses, and we'll get to that in a second. So that was his reason. So Kathy Duva came out the other day, I believe yesterday, or Tuesday, or Monday, excuse me, and said that Sullivan Barrera turned down a Kovalev fight, and that's why people March 3rd are getting a shitty main event. So she blamed Barrera for turning down Kovalev again for a shitty main event. Now, look, this is the WBA's fault, and I'm explaining this why. You know, when Andre Ward retired, Badou Jack dropped the WBA title. He was supposed to face Sullivan. I mean, he's supposed to fight Bivol, but he, you know, it was a niche in the contract where he had to give up the belt or whatever. Yada yada. He fighting Adonis Steve from a way better fight. So, you know, Bivol and Barrera should have been ordered instead of Trenton Brodenhurst versus Bivol. But the WBA wanted to hand Bivol a title. Trenton Brodenhurst, they skipped over 14 contenders to get him that title shot. So it seems like boxing has an agenda to get off the path to push these Russian fighters as big stars in America. Whatever reason it is, they get feed and they get the opportunities that a lot of American, you know, and Cuban and other fighters don't get. So he got that title. So that fight should have happened then. Then we should be getting Kovalev in Madison Square Garden. So blame the WBA. But that's here nor there. All right. So then Duva comes around, you know, says, you know, I'll link both articles to the description. So you know that's true. So she says that we getting a bad main event because Barrera, you know, turned down Kovalev and he'd rather go with Bivol. For one, you know, to say my 2 cents before I tell you the, you know, the real nucleus of it, the story. For one, I mean, why not go for Bivol first, and you always can come back around and unify with Kovalev? I mean, if he fights Kovalev now, nobody knows if Kovalev is really back. And nobody really will know if Kovalev really back. And if he did fight Kovalev now for the WBA, all right. But I hold the WBA a little bit higher than the WBO, in my opinion. But he wants to fight Bivol. You know, most people at this point think that's a better fight than fighting Kovalev. Because Kovalev, we don't know if he's back. He fought Savansky, we don't know if he's back. So I'm not mad at him fighting Bivol. But, you know, but see what Kathy Duva, that's getting into it, failed to mention is she offered Sullivan Barrera $100,000 less to fight Kovalev and to sign a lifetime career contract to main events. And, you know, Bivol said that Barrera said I don't like my promoter line and trying to make me look bad. So she's trying to make this dude look bad because she wants to lock him up for the rest of his career, according to him, and offered him $100,000 less to face Kovalev on March 3rd. So you think this dude's an idiot? He's not an idiot. He can face Bivol and, you know, walk away and go do something else. Because HBO is going to want to match Kovalev with Barrera regardless. So, you know, even if his contract is up, he's still going to get the Kovalev fight with another promoter. Because that's what HBO wants to do. And they kind of, you know, pay for the fights for Kovalev. He's under a fight deal with HBO. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, and then Kovalev comes out and, you know, backs Bivol because they are good friends, whatever. But at the end of the day, we'll see. We'll see. Sounds like some sour grapes. They're always treating the Cubans this way. And Kathy Duva trying to make it spin and do that way. And these promoters are just, you know, shitty, man. You got to watch who you sign with in the sport of boxing, man. You know, because these dudes ain't always on your side. And I understand that, you know, you don't have the opportunity, especially to pick the promoters you with. And you got to get in where you fit in. But, you know, Kathy Duva ain't nothing. You know how she did Kovalev with the money with Ward both times. I mean, Barrera better show up and show out on Bivol and get out of main events and go sign with Al Heyman or go sign with somebody else. I'll tell you that right now. Because, you know, obviously they want to push this Russian invasion or whatever. And, you know, Bivol got to show Cuban boxing style is superior versus Bivol. A lot of people picking Bivol. And we'll see. We'll see. You know, Kovalev bagged him. That's his homie. But we'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. This is a crazy story right here. And, you know, Kathy Duva is a slum promoter. Just as several slum promoters that's working with HBO right now. That, you know, as far as Oscar De La Hoya used to be top ranked with Bob Arum. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what y'all think.